Hey guys, welcome. You tuned into Moneycontrol.com. I'm Manisha Gupta, and what a day it has been for the currency markets. The decline in the dollar index, the run up that we've seen in other currencies. For the rupee as well, it was a grand opening. 7 week highs for the Indian rupee. We almost gained by 110 paisa on the opening itself, and this has been the biggest gap up opening in 9 years. This has been the biggest single day gain that we've seen in last 4 years. Of course, the rupee is still trading, and there is a bit of a decline since the opening trades that we have seen, and that pretty much has been the case with other various currencies as well. But a very strong move is what we have seen in Asian currencies, in commodity currencies, in high yielding currencies as well. So while we are looking at strong gains in the Indian rupee, the reason clearly has been the US dollar index, which saw nearly 2% of a decline in the overnight markets, the biggest one-day decline that we have seen in dollar index in last nearly 11 years. That the reason for this has been the US inflation data that came in at 7.7%, much less than what the street was anticipating. So clearly, inflation seems to be coming within control. Now, the expectation is that for the month of December, the US Fed will not increase interest rates more aggressively. We have seen 75 basis points of rate hikes in the last 4 months now, the four meetings that is, and there is now an 85% probability that you will see a less aggressive stance from the US Fed. A rate hike of 50 basis points is what the markets are now working with. So it wasn't just the rupee, there was a lot of support coming in for the Asian currencies as well. The Chinese yuan saw strong gains. The Asian market, actually, the gain was led by the Korean won. That gained up by more than 4% in the markets there. Australian dollars saw a gain of around 3%, which has been the best gain, single day gain since 2011. That's pretty much what we saw across the board. Pound sterling gained by 3%, best gain since 2017. We've seen Japanese yen gain up by 3.7% as a knee jerk reaction. This has been the best gain since 2018. The rupee markets believe will see a range bound trend now. It has been a big gap up opening. There could be some correction, some pullback, some consolidation that you can expect. Most of the banks and brokerages now expect the rupee to trade within 81.10 and 80.50 on the weaker side here. The expectation going forward is that there is support coming in because of the crude oil prices decline. Remember, crude oil has declined by nearly 7% in this week. There is support coming in from there as well. What you need to look forward now is the Indian inflation numbers coming in the next week. The next direction for the rupee would come in from there. But at this point in time, with the supportive global cues, this is perhaps a very cheerful day for the Indian markets.